here. We're eating cheesy pasta. It's Chad, Ryan, and Ryan. It's Bold Prediction Wrestling. How are you, boys?
Feeling fine, baby.
Very well.
Yeah.
I'm currently eating, so I'm happy.
So
Exactly, boy. His team has just won, and he's eating pasta. He's happy. Who are you, Ryan?
I can't say I'm eating pasta, but I'm happy in spirit.
Are you happy nonetheless?
Yeah. I'm happy to see your beautiful face.
Just for you, mate. Just for you. So, given the fact that we are now uploading on a Friday, it means we are now recording on a Thursday, and due to like work and other commitments, it's difficult for us all to watch both NXT and AEW. So for the foreseeable future, we're not going to be reviewing NXT. Ryan said he's going to keep it PG this episode, and I don't believe him.
I'm gonna give it a.
I give it 5 minutes. I give it 5 minutes.
We've got more chance of R-Truth becoming Universal Champion than we have of Ryan being PG this episode.
Hey, that is a bold prediction.
That is a bold prediction. You saying by end of the year or just in general?
Just in general, to be honest with you.
Right, let's just jump straight in and lay the smackdown upon you. Adam Pearce tells Roman Reigns he will defend the Universal Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. Heyman says that there will be a change match, and the winner of that match will face Roman the same night. He announces Kevin Owens and Jey Uso for the match. Heyman had a good line where he said, "What are you going to do? Fire Roman Reigns? Look how last year's Mania went without Roman, the lowest attended one ever." I thought that was a pretty cool line. What do you think about like Roman just being like, "Yes, I'm going to the chamber. I'll fight the winner."
I like it because it carries on the Adam Pearce and Roman feud, because I feel like that's just like an ongoing thing. And I feel like they've done it so they can fill the card a bit more, where you're having basically 2 matches but for one prize, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I might as well talk about the card now. There's like no matches happening.
No, that's what I mean.
Now,
like, it feels like a card filler.
Yeah, as of right now, as of 3 days before the pay-per-view, there are like no matches happening.
It's sort of good though, isn't it? Because let's be honest, the Elimination Chambers matches are usually about 40 minutes. And you say if you've got 2 of them, and then they're going to give us a stat card as well, but they're all night.
Yeah, it's true.
I'll happily take a 5-match card or something like
honest, that. Though, like, I'd have wanted defended it inside the chamber, because I think it gives him a lot more credibility when he walks out with the belt.
Yeah.
And also, if it is Edge and Roman at Mania, it's an even bigger win for Edge, because look who Roman's beat the last few months, and then it just makes the win even bigger. So personally, I'd have put him in the chamber, but we can't have it all our own way.
What?
I think it suits his character though that he's found a way out of it.
Definitely. Yeah, I completely agree with that. The thing that it feels like the Royal Rumble was ages ago, but it feels like the Elimination Chamber's just come around so quick. I don't understand it.
Literally been crazy.
Well, it's going to be the same after Chamber when Fastlane rolls around.
Yeah, we've got a month till Fastlane, then about another month till Mania. Sonya Deville tells Adam Pearce they should change the tag match into a qualifying match. Dominic looked decent in this match despite almost decapitating himself on the announce table. Sami Zayn and Corbin qualify after Sami pins Dominic. So that was Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin versus Mysterios. Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin joining Jey Uso and Kevin Owens in the chamber. Any of them you think could possibly win? No.
Kevin Owens probably your best option.
To be fair, like I haven't got like a standout pick. I mean, you'd say Owens, but this is like the 3rd time now, and it's like
the SmackDown one is so hard to predict. Like Raw, I'm pretty certain it can only be Drew or Orton. But for SmackDown, it's like it could be anyone. To be fair.
No, what would Jay?
I'm not going to say my official prediction until after SmackDown, but as of right now, Cesaro is my pick to win.
To be fair, I wouldn't root against him.
Did you see his promo on Talking Smack?
Yeah. Best one he's done so far in his career.
So is he a fake now then, or what?
Yeah.
He shook hands with Brian, didn't he? Or that Shinsuke.
I think that since since there's so many people out there that like, oh, he's not that good on the mic, show him that promo. He's flipping amazing.
Yeah,
he can carry his own.
Nah, there is still work to be done though, because it wasn't great. It was great for him because he hasn't delivered good ones. I thought it were a bit clunky, but there is work to be done. But it is his best one he's done.
It's nice
like
to
he's
just see
nowhere near rock level. I don't think he ever will be. But
it's nice to just see him actually like. I was just say by himself, but Brian was there for most of it. But just like have a singles run. Yeah, I really want him to win, and I want it to be him and Roman that night, and I want it to be like
a good match.
Yeah, I want it to be a full match as well, not like a squat. I want it to be a full. Put this match on first, and that match on like second to last or something. Sonya Deville then announces Bryan and Cesaro versus the Dirty Dogs for the final spots in the Chamber. Obviously, we'll get to that match in a bit. Big E breaks up with Apollo, telling him that they're through. Do you know what, right? I write these notes like a week ago, and I come back to them, like, what on earth have I written here? Big E breaks up with Apollo, telling them they're through. Nakamura accepts Big E's open challenge. Apollo gets involved, and the match ends in DQ. Do you think we get a Big E title defense on Sunday?
No.
I hope so, but I don't think we will.
See, I'd like to see Big E and Nakamura again.
Yeah.
But, go on.
Like Ryan said, because the chamber matches are so long, it's going to be a bit like the Rumble where you're going to have less matches because there's longer match types in the actual pay-per-view.
So at the moment, we've got the 2 chamber matches, the Roman Reigns match, the Bobby Lashley triple threat. We were supposed to have Asuka and Lacey Evans, but we'll get to that. And we were meant to be getting the women's tag, but I don't think that's happening on Sunday. I think that's happening later.
I could stop a Raw or slap the Raw.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because you've got 2 chamber matches, like a lot of the mid card are being used as well.
Yeah.
So it's also difficult to make more matches.
I'd like to see Big E have an open challenge. If not, I'd like to see Sasha defend or the Dirty Dogs defend. I just want to see another title match.
It wouldn't work, but I'd like Big E to do an open challenge and then Damian Priest come down.
Ooh.
Because if you think about it, if it's a pay-per-view, like he's not going on to he's already there anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like he's going to SmackDown. You know what I mean? So you could spin it that way. I'm not saying necessarily win it, but
that's actually a good idea. Like, you know,
it's an idea.
And then commentary can play it up like, well, if Damian Priest wins, he takes the title to Raw.
Exactly, and then you've got SmackDown have got no mid card title, so you can spin it that way.
Oh, I'd love like an NXT superstar to accept it.
There's NXT super, exactly. Don't even Damian Priest. It's just the first one that came into my head.
Yeah, I do like that idea. That's a good idea. The SmackDown locker room surrounds the ring, waiting for Seth Rollins. Seth comes out to his old music, which annoyed me because he came out to his new music at the Rumble. So says he's changed now when he's become said he's changed now that he's become a parent and that his daughter has changed his life. Calls himself the great leader that SmackDown needs, and the roster leaves. It was a nice little. Buddy Murphy stayed a little bit longer than the rest of them, which I thought was quite interesting. He tells them he needs them to embrace the vision. The only superstar left is Cesaro. He then shakes his head and walks off. He gets halfway up the ramp before Seth Rollins attacks him until Bryan comes back for the save. I put here, note, I think Seth does well in these return promos pretending to be a face and then twists it. Because he did it from injury as well.
It's all this thing, innit?
This is one of the reasons. Oh, no, go on, man. I've interrupted there. Go
No,
on.
you go on.
No, this is like, you know when you said you want Cesaro to win the Chamber? This is one of the reasons why I think he won't win it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
What if he wins it and then...
They could win it and Rollins takes him out and then Owens gets injected into the match somehow or somewhere, I guess. But I just on face value, I just can't. I don't know, because you've got all this Rollins feud beginning. I'm not too sure.
I can see him doing like a whole chamber match, Cesaro winning, Seth taking him out before the match and Seth accepting it.
Or Seth Rollins could take Cesaro out of the match before the chamber and insert himself in the match.
I think that Seth versus Roman, especially like these new characters for the title, I think that would benefit from like a build-up.
Yeah.
I'm not
saying for Rollins to win the chamber.
But for him to take Cesaro out of the chamber, him to enter, but then to lose anyway.
Yeah.
Who would you have win then, though? Owens. I don't want another Kevin Owens.
When Ryan said this chamber match is hard to predict, I don't really think it is because I can only see like one winner.
Who's that?
Owens. I can genuinely see one winner.
You don't see Daniel
Bryan?
Bryan?
Though.
Corbin's not going to win it.
Sami Zayn's not going to win it. Jey Uso.
Jey Uso not going to win it. He's not going to win it. So that's 2 gone. Sami Zayn, can't see him winning it.
Daniel Bryan.
Can't see Daniel Bryan winning it.
I can.
You can?
I thought I can, to be fair.
I can. If they're not going to do Bryan and Roman at Mania, I could see them doing it on Sunday.
This would be the perfect final stop for Reigns where he took on Edge to face Bryan. Like that final boss, although it is Fastlane, isn't it? Yeah.
Maybe
you'd hope he'd defend at Fastlane as well, but
maybe you could do like a Cesaro wins the chamber, then I don't know, Seth attacks him, Seth versus Roman on Sunday, and then Cesaro versus Roman at Fastlane. But then where does that leave Bryan? I want to see Bryan versus Roman before.
I think we're going to get Bryan versus Seth at Bailey. I think that's what this is all.
Ooh.
In the Rumble, Seth eliminated Bryan at the Rumble, and then Bryan came down for the save on Cesaro. I think Cesaro and Seth at Fastlane. Seth and Bryan at Mania. I think that'd be a great match as well for at Mania.
100%, yeah.
I wouldn't be against that at all, to be fair. I do like that.
Can we just say as well, Seth's suit looked fucking weirdly amazing. Like, what?
It had no right.
Hey, he swore! He lasted 10 minutes.
I'll say, look at that.
But the suit did look really good.
It did.
Like, it was weird. It looked like it was from a cartoon or something.
No right to look that good.
All of Seth's attire.
So good.
He has some good attire.
My favourite one's the white one at SummerSlam 2015. I love that.
Bailey comes out next for a match against Liv Morgan. Bailey wins after raking the eyes while the ref is busy with Billie Kay and Ruby Riott. Again, it's just prolonging the story again, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing new or exciting. Same old shit.
At least they're not on commentary, but the Street Profits return to the ring to take on the Alpha Academy. Street Profits win.
I'm happy about this because I feel like Street Profits needed a win, really.
Yes. I'm happy about this because they weren't in commentary.
Oh,
that was awful. Sasha puts over Bianca. Then when the women's tag champs come out, Bianca makes Nia hurt her hole again.
Oh, this is what they have something gold and then they just fucking milk it, man. It's not funny now. It was funny Raw. Leave it at Raw. Not funny. Milking a cow. They're just milking a cow. It's fucking ridiculous. I've done it again.
He can't help himself. He can't help
I know, like, we're not going to review NXT in depth, but if there's ever like a moment like this, they did come out on NXT, and Raquel Gonzalez says something like she's going to stick it so far up her hole that they just can't leave it alone, can they?
It's not funny though, is it?
No. Bryan and Cesaro qualify after beating the Dirty Dogs. All participants brawl until Owens comes and stuns them all.
See, you're not going to have the Dirty Dogs win, right? But why you make it like this is what I don't get. Why you've got an established tag team who are the champions, and you're just making them lose to 2 people. It just doesn't make sense. It never has.
2 people aren't even a team. It just weakens your tag team titles, doesn't it?
It doesn't make sense at all.
I had more of an issue with SmackDown in the case that it was like, okay, Roman Reigns, you're going to defend your championship in the chamber. Roman Reigns, no, I'm not. Adam Pearce, oh my God, what do I do now? How do I find participants? It's like, well, what were you going to do anyway? And then find one more. It's really not difficult, is it?
Yeah, when you put it like that.
It's not difficult. You had 5 participants anyway, I assume. So just find one more. God, right. Miz TV kicks off the show with guest Andy McIntyre. Miz keeps asking questions, then interrupting Drew before he can answer. Drew hits the Glasgow Kiss and throws the Money in the Bank briefcase across the Thunderdome. Miz teases another cash-in before withdrawing himself from the chamber, allowing Chad to be right with last week's bold prediction. Anything about this promo?
Really all right.
There's more comes from it as we go on in the show, so let's carry on. Riddle and the Lucha House Party beat 3 members of the Hurt Business before Lashley comes out and takes them out. Commentary mentions that Keith Lee suffered injuries last week and might not make it on Sunday.
Speaking of injuries, MVP.
MVP, yes.
The Birmingham, Alabama.
What was it that he
I
had?
don't know what he did, but he got taken to hospital, didn't he? Was it on his shoulder?
He had a paw on his shoulder.
Who?
MVP.
Oh, no, yeah, he did, yeah.
Miz thanks Adam Pearce for the opportunity in the chamber match and offers a replacement, John Morrison. Like we said last week, it makes more sense for the two.
Yeah,
it makes more sense out of the two of them.
I actually like when I saw it. I like this. This makes sense.
Miz
Yeah, it wasn't just any replacement.
Talent, which got
It
me.
was. Yeah, I was going to say it was the new uprising talent, John Morrison.
Let's give it a coming talent.
There for 12 years.
A chance. John Morrison. And then obviously like they have that thing where it's like, well, he's not a former world champion, and then he's like, well, he's a former ECW champion of the world. Right, Mandy is backstage with Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's merch has earned over $500,000 and was and four of the merch, the top four merch sold was all Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny becomes the 24/7 champion. Apparently, he's been spending more time at the Performance Center and looks to be taking this seriously. He's brought in more money than Goldberg this year.
Right, that's not really a surprise, though.
Yeah, but it's Goldberg. Goldberg's not number one merchandise, is it? I swear it's Roman.
Roman's number 5.
Well, I think I'm pretty good. Where's the Fiend? I'm sure the Fiend topped Roman at one point.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah.
4 at the moment, as of like the past week or whatever, is all Bad Bunny.
Yeah, so Roman was top then.
Yeah, but yeah,
then,
he's five.
Yeah. I was gonna say
this is mega. This is a mega deal for WWE bringing him in. As much as like we don't know who he is, the Americans clearly know.
Yeah, but I don't understand like what is so appealing about him. As like the America, why did cause he's not even his songs aren't good.
Can I give you some homework?
Let's be frank. His songs are shite.
Over the next week, go and listen to other songs that aren't Booker T. But apparently it's good over. He's one of the top
he's hosting Saturday Night Live, isn't he? This week. He's hosting Saturday Night Live as well.
Yes.
That's why they put the title on him.
Yeah, because he'll take the title with it.
Pretty clever. Yeah. That's pretty clever.
I think that's mega, I think. New Day approach Adam Pearce and say Kofi should be in the match as he is a former WWE champion and has held the belt more recently than 4 participants in the match. They say Morrison isn't a former champ. Woods says he still wants his match with Reckoning. Adam Pearce books Kofi versus Miz to determine the last member in the match. Again, not really much. I think we mentioned the ECW champion and all that.
There's a lot of it makes. Sorry, excuse me. A lot of it makes sense. Like obviously, Kofi's like he come with a legitimate reason why he should be in the match. I like the Woods thing as well. It's like I still want that match of Reckoning.
I want that match as well.
I think it's really good how they're continuing that as well. It's like a side thing. It's like he's not letting it go.
Yeah. Charlotte teams up with Raw Women's Champion Asuka to take on Lacey Evans and Peyton Royce. Peyton has gone from one half of the greatest women's tag team ever and is now fifth wheeling in this feud. Lacey gets tagged in and then says she can't wrestle as she's pregnant, which for some reason ends the match. The Sunday Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre will say he's pregnant in order to end the match. Nope. Apparently, Lacey Evans is legit pregnant with her husband, but they're going to continue as if it's Rick's on TV, I heard. At least it means Lacey Evans won't be champ.
Yeah. No, that's true, yeah.
And hopefully, Peyton Royce can go on to something better now.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I'm not hopeful.
Sorry?
I'm not hopeful.
No, I'm not. We'll probably just get Charlotte versus Asuka early. But yeah, congratulations to Lacey for being, having a legit next child. Yeah,
she's got a daughter, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think this has saved. I think this has saved it. I think that have her do this for a couple of months and then have her stay at home. I don't want this story to be any more.
Lacey getting rammed has saved us all.
Exactly.
Oh my god!
It's like when Lana and Rusev actually got married.
Oh,
Storyline-wise, Lana was with Dolph Ziggler. It's like, let's just drop the whole story.
But then they did it again with Lashley.
I know.
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston beats The Miz and is now in the Elimination Chamber match this Sunday. We'll get to that in the gauntlet in a bit. Alexa Bliss performs a resurrection to bring back the Fiend.
Just as a quick side note.
Yeah.
Do you think, because Miz has inserted himself out of the match, do you think he'll attempt to cash in?
Yeah. I don't think he'll be successful. I don't think he'll actually cash in. I think he'll get stopped.
You don't think Bell's going to ring for the match, no?
No.
Pardon?
I think it'd be very stupid if it did. I think it'd be very stupid if it wasted the money in the bank. What? Mind you, though, he'll have to, because Money in the Bank straight after Mania, so he's going to have to use it in these next 4 months.
I want a story where he runs out of time, or he's running out of time and he needs to find it. Because that'd suit Miz perfectly. It's like, Miz, you've got a month or we're going to take it off you.
What if it cashes in, but there's like a time limit? Like, they can make, the time on the tights when it comes to Money in the Bank, and he's just hit the Skull Crusher finale and it's 2 seconds left.
I think what they've got to take into consideration is...
That'd be so good.
They've got to take into consideration that the date of Money in the Bank might actually be the night after this year.
Oh, yeah.
The date. So you might actually have 2 Money in the Bank. Miz cashes in on the night, wins, and then the newly won Money in the Bank cashes in on him. You have 2 cash-ins in the same title on the same night.
Or you could flip it this way and you could be like, right, the Money in the Bank match can't take place until Miz is cashed in.
That'd be quite funny. No, but I'd like to see, listen, Miz, you've got 3 weeks, or we're taking it off you. And then he's like, trying to fight, because he calls himself an opportunist. Like, I'd love to see that.
I mean, I'll happily hold my hands up, but I just don't see how Miz, if Miz was to cash in at Mania, I just can't see it topping Rollins cash in. Personally.
No, I don't think he's cashing in. No. I think he'll cash in after Mania, personally, now.
Yeah.
So Alexa Bliss performs a resurrection to bring back the Fiend. They had like the star and all that, with the candles around it. Is that
you think? He's got to come back soon.
I've seen a theory.
Fastlane now.
I see a theory.
I reckon he's going to screw out me.
They want the lights to go down, the lights to come back up, and the Fiend to be in the pod.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I think that's quite cool. Shayna Baszler makes Lana tap out. All right.
Standard.
Braun Strowman backstage asks why he's not in the Elimination Chamber match and tells Pierce to tell Shane McMahon to make it right. Get ready for Braun versus Shane at Mania.
I'd take that. I'd take that.
I mean, it's a match card filler, isn't it, on the main show? Because it's going to be bigger than... Especially over 2 nights as well.
The thing is, like, last year, Braun Strowman won the Universal title, but that was because Roman Reigns didn't go.
Yeah.
Other Braun Strowman moments includes winning Raw Tag Team titles with a 5-year-old and winning Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, when you put it like that, it's a bit mad.
But yeah, I'd rather him go over Shane rather than have anything else. You can have a Hell in a Cell match if you really want to, just to have him jump off it. It'll be all right. It's something, innit? Gets him on the card and gets him out of the Battle Royal.
And we've not seen it before, so that's all it is.
AJ Styles starts the gauntlet match against Kofi Kingston. Almost gets ejected from ringside after obliterating Xavier Woods. AJ pins him after a phenomenal forearm. Do you want me to just go through the whole gauntlet match and then we talk about... So then Drew beats AJ, Drew beats Jeff Hardy, Alexa Bliss takes over the Thunderdome, which causes Orton to be carried out. Drew then hits him with a Claymore anyway, just for fun. And Sheamus ambushes Drew before their match starts. Sheamus wins with a bro kick, and Sheamus enters the match last.
Wait, is that it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, it's 5 men, isn't
Right.
it? Because I'm
not a big fan of gauntlet matches. Like, he's going for too long, and I don't care. Like, oh, look at these men, they're going to fight on Sunday, but let's put them in a gauntlet match. What's the fuss? What is the fucking point?
Participants in the chamber match, or whoever's in the match, I feel like it weakens them, especially the ones that get eliminated first.
I think I'm okay with it because Drew eliminated almost all of them, which is the way it should be. But then his best friend turned rival gets the better of him. I'm okay with that. And listen, or it carries on the storyline, and yeah, I'm alright with it.
Yeah, you probably say the favourite's probably Sheamus. If Drew's not going to win, you'd say.
Would you though?
No, logistically you would. Because they're going into.
I think the final two will be Drew versus Sheamus. I definitely think that's going to happen.
Do you think Drew's retaining?
Yeah.
I don't see any other way.
Winning the chamber.
So, as you're fully aware, each pay-per-view we do a forfeit/punishment. The loser of the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view predictions has to buy both of the winners a takeaway.
I'll send him a menu now, lads. I'll get you prepared.
Well, I'm the host of this podcast, and I'm the only person who hasn't held the championship yet. I have lost every single predictions. I've dressed up as Carlo. I've watched Punjabi prison matches, and it's not happened again. I am winning.
Do you know
winning this Sunday?
This one. Wait, did you say you have to grab the winners?
Both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, shouldn't it not just be whoever finishes top?
No.
Why are you rewarding second place? I mean, you don't reward second place.
Yeah, I agree with that. To be fair.
You don't reward second place.
Okay. But what if it ends in a tie?
Yeah, no, if it ends in a tie, if there's a straight out winner, if there's an outright winner, why are you buying second place to take away?
Okay, so what if two people lose?
It's like football. It's like football. You don't give the second team in the table a trophy, do you?
Right. Say if you two went exact same position projections and you both lost,
we'd have to both give you a takeaway.
So I get 2 takeaways.
Yeah. Or we'd go hearts. It's up to you.
No. You can buy me 2. You can buy me 2. Well, in that
You're
case,
not winning though, so it's alright.
100%. I'm telling you now, I am not losing.
This is just between me and Ryan at this point. This is you're mine, bro.
Dragon again.
We're joint champs, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Call the champions.
Ryan Sutcliffe has got 2 clean sheets in a row. Royal Rumble and Takeover. He's unbeaten.
I mean,
this year.
I owe you credit for NXT.
Valentine's Day sheets as well.
What's that, Taylor?
What?
A bit like his Valentine's Day sheets as well.
Clean sweep. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Oh, I got it.
You're not wrong.
AEW. Have you two, Ryan and Taylor, have you watched it?
I've seen the highlights here and there. I've not really had a chance to watch it today. I won't lie to you.
He was Ryan Sutcliffe then. This is going to be fun.
No, I actually haven't seen it either. I was watching 13 Reasons Why all day. Like, I've seen a little bit, but...
Matt Hardy and Adam Page for a tag team match. Then we find out the contract that Adam Page signed was for a match at Revolution, where if Adam Page wins, he gets 100% of Hardy's earnings from the first quarter of 2021. Page accepts a money match where the winner gets the loser's earnings for the first quarter.
Pretty cool, I guess.
Rio beats Serena Deeb to advance to the women's tournament. Orange Cassidy wins a match against a member of Chaos Project. Team Taz beat up Sting.
Oh, that was sick. I did not expect that powerbomb. Holy shit.
I did not expect any.
I felt uncomfortable watching it after knowing what Sting's been for. It's like, whoa!
Because you've seen what happened with a few years ago. We'll talk 5 years ago with Rolly. Yeah. This is 5 years on. He's 5 years older, so it's like.
That spot does tell me that we're actually going to get a proper Sting match sometime in AEW.
100%, yeah, 100%. I don't think it's going to AEW just to.
No,
I'm happy with how they've handled it. They haven't stuck him straight in the title picture, and they're actually using him to benefit the rest of the people. I love it. Kenny Omega reads the Young Bucks book in a school. Did you catch this?
Yes, I've got.
He's in a school just reading the Young Bucks book to children, and they're like, "Yeah, I really don't care, mate." The Young Bucks beat Santana and Ortiz. Then the Inner Circle beat them down before the Good Brothers come out for the save. Obviously, we're getting Young Bucks and Jericho and MJF at Revolution.
When is that?
Match 7.
7.
Oh, a few weeks off it then.
Wait, you're forgetting about the WWE champion, Kenny Omega.
Yeah,
he's got it. You know AJ Ross on commentary?
Oh, what?
Yeah, slipped up
He
on
called Kenny Omega the WWE champion.
No. Oh, that's
There's been memes about it all day. There's been full
I
memes
seen the
about it.
meme, I just didn't get it. I was like, oh, so what's that? That's amazing.
If you jump on Twitter, literally type it in, and it'll come up straight away.
And look for Drew's response. Drew responded to the tweet of a picture of him sat there. He's not impressed.
Oh yeah, I've seen that as well. I just had no idea what it was about. FTR beat the Seidel brothers after a match. They get some scissors to cut their hair before Jurassic Express attack. Who is it that's coming out of retirement? I forgot his name.
Sting.
The lad with FTR.
Oh,
that old geezer.
Yeah, he's coming out of retirement for a match.
No, fucking hell, what's he called? He won it. One of the old dogs, isn't he? Is it something Blanchard?
Tony?
He's actually coming out of a match. When's he wrestling?
Hang on.
That's mad. I swear you were around in like the 80s in WWE. Even before
that.
That's actually mad. Fair play to the geezer.
There we go.
They ain't wrestled in like 20 years though.
Yeah, they're wrestling on March 3rd, the same day as the Shaquille O'Neal match.
Is it a special show that's not on March 3rd?
FTR and Tully Blanchard.
Tully Blanchard, yeah, I swear you're like an old veteran of the game.
It's FTR and Tully Blanchard versus Jurassic Express. I think it's just, they're just trying to hype it up. Apparently, the reason why Shaquille O'Neal's having the match on the Wednesday is because he's got some sort of show or something on the Saturday.
Ah, right.
NXT are trying to go head to head with it, and that's when they're putting the women's tag and the men's tag on the line. But yeah, what do you think about that then, Mr. Blanchard coming out of retirement?
Pretty cool. I don't know how much he's going to do, right?
There is going to be
a little bit limited. He won't do much.
At Revolution, there's going to be a 6-man ladder match. Winner gets a TNT Championship opportunity. So far, there's Scorpio Sky, Cody, and someone else confirmed. And I assume we'll get the other 3 next week. Yeah, just it's an AEW pay-per-view. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
I mean, the
shows themselves are good, so
yeah, exactly. Main event: Jon Moxley, Lance Archer, and Rey Fenix beat Kingston, Butcher, and the Blade in the main event. And Omega says he will give Moxley a rematch at Revolution in an explosive barbed wire death match.
Oh yeah, that was mental.
Any idea what an explosive barbed wire death match is?
Yeah, they were one. I swear they won ages ago.
Set on fire.
The ring ropes are all barbed wire, and I'm pretty sure if you go into them, they fucking blow up.
Bit like an inferno match.
Nice.
It's like an inferno
I think it's a form of it's the form of like a death match in Japan.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
That's just like an educated guess, really.
Yeah, just going off the words explosive, barbed wire, and death match.
Do you reckon they'll have a cage surrounding it as well?
No, I've seen the photo of the one in Japan. It's literally just not a normal ring with just barbed wire as your rope.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mental.
Yeah.
Explosive barbed. I think it's a perfect match for Moxley.
Oh my! Have you seen that clip where he gets that chainsaw cut into his head?
No.
You need to go on CZW stuff. He's done some mad shit as that man.
Yeah, apparently you're right. It is just like the ring is just covered in barbed wire instead of that's it for AEW. I'm really looking forward to the pay-per-view.
Revolution.
It'll be two weekends after this weekend, won't it?
Yeah. Did you know, right? I didn't notice the other day. Their supercard, their sort of mania in AEW is all out. I thought it was Double or Nothing because that would have made sense the first pay-per-view. But I watching Double or Nothing from last year, and they showed an advert for All Out, and Jim Ross was like, "This is our supercard." It's like I'd have never thought put that to All Out.
Yeah, they had All In first, didn't they? And then they had Double or Nothing. So unless they're just All In, All Out sort of thing. Do you reckon that Double or Nothing is like their SummerSlam then, like their second?
Yeah, or their
I'm thinking that, but Double or Nothing is the pay-per-view before All Out. Because it's like boom, boom.
Double Nothing, Royal Rumble, All Out Mania.
Yeah.
I think Double Nothing's in May though. And All Out's in like August, September.
Oh.
It's really weird.
It's really no idea then. But yeah, anything else to add about Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live?
We've missed the news this week.
Go on.
We didn't do.
Have you got any?
We normally do a segment, don't we? I had. Apparently, there's no plans whatsoever to use Bo Dallas, but they're still keeping him under contract. And Aleister Black and Andrade, in Dave Meltzer's word, are fucked.
Vince McMahon sees nothing in Aleister Black.
Yeah.
How could you see nothing in him?
Mad.
Hey man, Andrade. Like, how can you?
Andrade as well, yeah.
I get it because they see him. Vince McMahon sees it as like entertainment. He doesn't do it for the wrestling. He does it for the entertainment.
We all thought we were going to get a big push because he's shagging Charlotte. He's far from the case.
He hasn't even been on TV since he's been out with her. Apparently, that they've Andrade's been turning up to the show each week. They've just got nothing for him. Same as Buddy Murphy, although he was on SmackDown. Apparently, Aleister Black.
The reason for Buddy Murphy? What was the reason?
Buddy Murphy was around the ring.
Oh no, yeah, but he was meant to do. Yeah, there's a reason why he hasn't been featuring as much, and I forgot what it was. There is a reason. Yeah.
I have not got a clue.
I can't remember what it was though. It's gone.
Anyone think of any other news?
We were talking about the Hall of Fame, but I didn't get to that part on the video I watched, so I have no idea.
What are you saying, mate?
I think it's good being virtual, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. The people from last year that were meant to win. Is that what they're doing this year?
Yeah, that's what apparently they're doing, yeah. Pretty shit, though. Maybe just like how they did the Slammies, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if there's no more wrestling and no more news, let's move on to everybody's favourite segment.
Who's that wrestler?
Who's that wrestler? So, last week, Ryan Sutcliffe came back to bring it to 3-2 Ryan Taylor. 3-2.
Oh, right, I thought it was 3-1.
3-2. We had Jason Jordan and Joe. So, Ryan Sutcliffe, as the winner of last week, would you like to go first or second?
I will go first.
Okay, then. Whenever you're ready, ask your first. For those of you that don't know what's going on, the Ryans ask yes or no questions. I have a wrestler. They've got to try and figure it out. Whoever gets it first wins. Ryan Sutcliffe, first question.
Is this athlete in question a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion?
That's very specific, but also vague. Are you talking about WWE World Heavyweight, all the main championships? Or just when it was called, or just when it was unified?
For me,
you mean the Triple H belt, don't you?
No, well, for me, when they say WWE World Heavyweight, the one that it is now is both titles together. So for me, it's all one.
So all of it then, yeah?
Just all of it, yeah.
Yeah. Then yes, the answer is yes.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, right here.
But yeah. Speaking of themes of Elimination Chamber, have they won an Elimination Chamber match?
Do you know what? Right? I knew that question was going to come up. Right? And I have no flipping idea. Bear with me. I don't think so.
That's not very good from the quiz host.
No,
this
right?
is why you don't win predictions, Jeff, because you're just not on the level me and Ryan are on.
I'm not even talking to you. Bear with me. Bear with me.
The elite.
Oh my god, I nearly just said his name out loud. Was that so? No, they have not.
It's Kevin.
I didn't think so.
Right, my question. Keep the iPad out ready, Chad, because has he won a Royal Rumble?
I think so. With me.
This is why you're the quizzer and we're the quizzies.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a clue. I don't think so. I don't think he has, actually.
Oh, interesting.
No, I don't think he has.
Is he still an active member of the roster in WWE? No.
Did you guess that by the fact that I don't know anything about him?
No, yeah, kind of.
Was this athlete most active between 2000 and 2010?
I think that's pretty nailed on.
Yeah, I'd say yeah.
Oh, they say yes. That means that they must have been around early 2010s. I'm saying.
Why are you helping him out?
I don't actually know.
He is definitely 100% not won a Royal Rumble. And yeah, it was between 2000 and 2010 was his main.
Ooh.
Ryan Sutcliffe. Ryan Sutcliffe.
My God. Have they held the Money in the Bank briefcase?
No.
No.
That's a good question. That would have narrowed it down a lot. See, I'm saying no, and then I'm like, have they? But no, I think I would have known that.
Have they held the Intercontinental Championship?
Oh, for God's sake.
If it's who I'm thinking it is, then it's a yeah.
You should have done your back.
I think I've got.
I'm meant to know everyone that's ever held. I don't think so, but I don't know.
No, what you do is you get your wrestler, you go on his Wikipedia and you look at his list of champions.
Yeah.
I am on it as well, but it's like
me and you need to do one for Chad, right? That's what he's done.
God, I won't have a clue.
We can show him how it's done.
I'm usually all right. Just this week,
or Giant Gonzalez or something.
This is what happens when I pick someone that I'm not overly familiar with. What was the question? Has he been an Intercontinental Champion?
My God. Yeah.
Yes.
I think I know it is.
Don't you dare.
I think I do.
How many times has he said this though? And then like, yeah.
No.
I do actually know.
So they're not active right now. So they must have. Are they retired now?
Yes.
Is it JBL?
No.
Oh, bollocks.
I know it.
Have they? Oh, I feel like I'm gonna give this away because Rise Mania knowledge is superb. Has he main evented WrestleMania?
I'm fairly certain. Right, 100%. They have held the Intercontinental Championship. They have, right. Yes, they have main evented WrestleMania.
Main evented?
That's what his question was,
wasn't it? Now,
that was your question, wasn't it, Ryan?
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
18,
We need to
19.
help the briefcase.
I don't think so.
No. No, the one I'm thinking of, you definitely know that he's held it, so it's not going to be this person I'm thinking of.
It's not Edge.
No, I was thinking Punk.
Is it Kurt Angle?
Is it who?
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off, man.
You nailed that. I think that was our quickest one yet in terms of questions. You smashed that. Right? Ryan Taylor went 3-0 up, and now it's 3-all. That is.
I'm bottling it.
That was a tough one, to be fair.
Blame it on my. You see? I'm like, I haven't got a clue on most of these questions you're asking.
We only main evented Mania once, and that Mania 19, so I was like rocking my head.
You know what I've done? Kurt Angle didn't question my I've just set him up. I've assisted him there because I said when I said a Mania question, you'd get it.
Yeah, to be fair.
I said it. I knew it. As soon as it left my mouth, I was like, yeah, I fucked myself over here.
But then you're like, has he won a Rumble? I was like, I don't think so. Intercontinental Champion. God knows.
Yeah,
technically, he has held the United States Champion when it were under a different name, I'm pretty sure.
He won, well, I found while looking up anyway, he won both the European Championship and the Intercontinental Championship in February.
Yeah. What a guy, man. What a guy.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on to the next segment of the show, which we can actually spend a bit of time on for once, because we're not rushed by Zoom to get off by a certain time. It's Elimination Chamber, obviously, this Sunday. So we're going to talk Elimination Chamber moments, the best, the worst, the ugly. I'm going to start off. One of my favourite Elimination Chamber moments is Bray Wyatt winning the WWE Championship for the first time. Hitting AJ and John Cena last minute.
Do you know why that's such a good moment? Because it was so unexpected.
Yeah.
No one called that walking into the show. No one called that. No way.
Especially with Cena and AJ being such big names.
Like, and you also had Ambrose in there as well.
And Miz and Corbin, but you knew they weren't in there.
Yeah.
But you had you knew that the winner was facing Orton at Mania. Yeah. So you could see them doing Cena again. You could see them doing AJ, and you could see them doing Bray because of the story. But Bray winning was just what a moment that was. I loved it. Any of you guys what's your favourite match?
Were it 2006 where Edge cashed in after the match on Cena?
Yeah.
That one really sits in my mind.
I was watching 2010. Cena won the match. And then straight after, Vince McMahon was like, yeah, here's Batista beating. And then he just lost it again instantly. Obviously, you've got, speaking of Edge, he entered 2 in one night.
Yeah.
He entered 1, lost his championship, killed Kofi, took his place and won that one.
The Kofi one in 2019, I know he didn't win the match.
I've just watched that one again before we came on, and I forgot how long the final 2 was.
Yeah, he went
with SOS, he hits him with
I knew Kofi weren't going to win it, but I was like, oh my god.
They were like, okay, he might. And I say both of them. That's what Daniel Bryan's good at, because he won the championship, he retained the championship in 2012, Santino Marella. Now, you knew that Santino Marella weren't going to win it, but when he hit that Cobra and gets that 2 count, I was on the edge of my seat. I was like, surely not. But I think that's what Daniel Bryan's good at. Like, he's one of only 2 men to win a chamber match from entering first and entering last.
Really?
I think John Cena was the other.
Probably.
But yeah, Daniel Bryan in the match is amazing. Obviously, you've got John Morrison climbing up the cage and jumping off the top. Kalisto jumped off the top.
I think for me, the first one will always stand out.
First one, Shawn Michaels winning.
Yeah, Michaels. Because, like, there was so much in that. Do you know, in that match as well, RVD had hit a frog splash off the pod. And he was meant to land on Triple H's body, but he landed on his neck, and, like, he crushed his neck. And throughout that whole match, Triple H could barely breathe, but he still, like, finished the match.
Fair play. That is impressive. See, we say this quite often, but like we're on the younger side of life, so all of the older ones I myself haven't really watched unless I go back and watch them. There's been a Extreme Elimination Chamber.
Oh, don't mention that.
Apparently that was really bad.
Don't mention that.
Obviously we've had a few tag title ones since, especially with all 3 members of New Day being in one pod. That's quite funny. Obviously, the first women's tag team champions were crowned in an Elimination Chamber match.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong, but apparently the United States Championship has never been on the line.
Yeah. No, until last year, 2020, Andrade versus Humberto. That was the first time ever.
On the show?
On the 2021, yeah. Unless it got bumped to the pre-show.
That was... Oh, yeah, I meant in the actual chamber match itself.
Oh, right, yeah.
The Intercontinental one has.
Yeah.
I
don't think the women's one has. Either the women's one hasn't. I don't know, they might have done, actually.
The women's has. Alexa Bliss won it.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And she did that amazing promo afterwards, like pondering to the fans and then just turned here like, don't need you.
Like faked it, yeah.
That was a good chamber match, that was. Obviously, it was her.
Yeah, that was the first one, wasn't it, for the women?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's her, Sasha Bailey, Mickie James, and I believe Liv Morgan. No, is it Mandy and Sonia? I think Mandy and Sonia.
Yeah, I think that's
what's the other one I was going to say? The 2018 with 7 men. Braun Strowman eliminated.
Yeah, that's a good one, that one.
That is a good one. It's just big names, isn't it? Like, all of them are just... and then, obviously, you've got Shayna Baszler eliminating everybody. in last year's. Obviously, we've had like 2 different types of elimination chambers as well. Change it up, haven't they, to make it more safer. It still looks good though. I'm still a big fan of the elimination chamber.
Yeah, when it's done right, it's done really good. It's really good. It's just sometimes it just.
I think that both of these ones are going to be good.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah,
especially because the SmackDown one, it seems more mid-cardy.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
because like Corbin, Sami Zayn, you know they're not going to win it. Jey, so, but it's like
I think
it's an number 1 contenders match, isn't it? It's going to seem more mid-cardy because you've got to fill up 6 spots.
Yeah. And then with the men's one, you've got like it's a lot of star power.
And then Jeff Hardy.
Well, yeah.
It's big name, Jeff Hardy. Big name. Right. What was the one where Shawn Michaels came from underneath the cell? Underneath the
2010.
2010 was it?
Yeah.
Any other moments you want to talk about, Elimination Chamber wise, or are we alright to move on to the bold predictions, which I assume you two haven't prepared for once?
No, I haven't prepared for this one.
I don't think I have either.
That makes a change. We'll move on to bold prediction. I'm going to go first. Here's my bold prediction, and this is why I never win the predictions contest. Sheamus wins the Elimination Chamber and becomes WWE Champion. Drew McIntyre beats him for the title at WrestleMania with fans in attendance, so we can finally get the big win, wins the championship in front of a crowd. Sheamus is good at being like it's even a transitional champion because it's going back to him. But it reminds me of when he cashed in on Roman and then only to lose it to him anyway. I think that having Sheamus win, take the title for a couple of months, and then lose it back to him in front of a crowd, I think that it gets another one on Sheamus's calendar, like on another reign, and Drew gets a big win at Mania.
Yeah. Only thing is with Sheamus is the next time I want him to have the top belt, I want him to have a good run with it because he doesn't really.
Yeah.
You know,
I'd love him to have a top run with it, but I don't think they'll do that with him anytime soon.
I don't.
The other thing I see is Drew retaining, Drew and Sheamus at Fastlane, but then who do you have at Mania? A rematch? Where Drew wins again?
Yeah. At Mania, you want a fresh match, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't want a rematch going into it. It's just not good.
So that's my bold prediction anyway. Any of you two thought of one?
Oh yeah, my one. What I said earlier.
Which was, I forgot. Huh?
What did I say? I said 2 things.
You can't just say, the one I said earlier in this show that I actually forgot about. I remember you saying one, but...
that's it. Money in the Bank. That match can't take place until Mrs. cashed in.
Oh, that's mad.
That is mad.
That's why
any bold predictions for Sunday? Lacey Evans' baby wins. You know, give me something bold. Give me something big and bold.
Oh my
co-champs.
God.
Some co-champs. Lacey and baby. Ric Flair challenges Asuka on behalf of...
I can see that happening though.
He'd flipping love that as well, wouldn't he? Ryan Sutcliffe, give me a prediction.
That's something I just thought of now. Miz will go to cash in, but I think Bad Bunny will stop it from happening. Everybody's favourite at the moment.
I want to see.
Fresh off his SNL Live debut.
I can see the tears in your eyes, man. I can see the tears.
Is it this Sunday? Is the Chamber this Sunday?
Yeah.
Whoa.
You see what I mean?
That's
How
like
it's
3 days away.
How it's just come so quickly.
Fuck. Yeah, I think that's going to happen.
I think we'll get Miz versus Bad Bunny at Fastlane, and we'll have a Mr. Bunny in the back. Mr. Bunny in the back. Right. Okay.
You're putting this on the internet. You're giving them ideas.
On Monday, I believe that me and Ryan Sutcliffe will be recording Elimination Chamber review. Waiting for him to confirm that. Yeah. Obviously, stay tuned to our Twitter and our Instagram because that's where I will be posting my takeaway when I win.
Twitter. You're not going to win, man. Don't kid yourself.
Moving on from that, I think that's it for this show, unless anybody's got anything else they want to mention. Nice. Little shake of your head there. That is it for this week. It's 3-all in Who's That Wrestler. So I've got to think of a good one for next week. Someone that I know stuff about, so I don't have to look it all up. I've been Chad. This has been Ryan. This has also been Ryan. See you all later.
Peace.
Cheery bye.